London, a world-class capital that has anything and everything you could possibly want in a travel destination. It's home to over 4,300 pubs, 3,000 parks, 600 heritage buildings, and 192 museums. Because of this, there's absolutely no way you could fit everything in one visit. That's why I'm here. I'm giving you the top 8 must-do experiences in London, so keep on watching. At 8th place, we have Claridge's, a 5-star luxury hotel in the heart of Mayfair. Its timeless glamour, sophistication, and tailored services embody the grand English style. So, if you ever want to have a truly posh London experience, this is where you go. And what do you do here, you ask? Aside from admiring the intricate Art Deco interiors, you have to take part in a traditional afternoon tea. Forget about brunches for a minute. In London, you do as the locals do, and that's sipping on a fine bone china cup of Claridge's blend, all the while enjoying an array of tasty patisserie and sensational scones. With flattering lighting, the scent of fresh roses wafting through the air, and classical musicians serenading you in the foyer, there's no better place to have high tea than at Claridge's. Right now, you can partake in this quintessential English experience for £90 per person. But come November 5th, 2024 until January 1st, 2025, the hotel will start to serve festive afternoon tea only. That means the price will increase to £115 on weekdays and £120 on weekends. Next up, we have the Burrow Market. Established in 1756, Burrow Market is steeped in 1,000 years of rich history, and it's become ingrained in the city's DNA. It acts as a beacon for sustainable food production because the market's goal is not only to sell incredible delicacies, but more importantly, to connect customers to the traders who produced them. Across more than 100 stalls, stands, restaurants, and shops, you'll find all the exceptional food and drink you can imagine, from cheeses, wine bars, and deli to international cuisine and artisanal pastries. And if you're not sure where to begin your gastronomic journey through the Burrow Market, there are guided tours you can book to make the most of your visit. One tour in particular gives you a completely tailored behind-the-scenes look at everything that's going on in the market. The tour is around 2.5 hours long, and it'll take you to the nooks and crannies of Burrow, including talks and tastings from vendors, a hidden wine warehouse, and so much more. This private tour is great for small groups of 2 to 10 people, and it's priced at £355 per person. But if you're on a budget, you're more than welcome to drop by the market on your own from Tuesdays to Fridays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, the Burrow opens from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on Sundays, it's open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. When you're here, don't miss these stalls. Monmouth for a great cup of joe, Neal's Yard Dairy for outstanding British cheeses, Brindisa for the best hand-carved Iberico and Serrano hams, and Bread Ahead for the famous creme brulee donut. Now that you've eaten your way through Burrow Market, it's time to head over to a cultural hotspot called Shakespeare's Globe. At this theater, there's a lot more you can experience than just watching shows that reimagine some of the Bard's most iconic works. From guided tours that bring 400 years of history to life, to acting workshops for families and youngsters, the Globe is definitely where you want to be if you have a passion for the performing arts. And if you want to buy tickets to an ongoing production, you can get a standing spot for an up-close view of the stage for as little as £5. You'll be front and center amidst all the action, making it an immersive experience you won't soon forget. Then, if you're up for it, I suggest booking a midnight performance for late-night shows. This event, called Midnight Matinees, happens only 3 nights a year, and the tickets run out fast. So, you have to act fast if you want to witness magical performances on a stunning open-air stage. Located near the Globe, Southbank is an interesting hub where London's arts and entertainment scene comes to life. It's made up of several venues, each one hosting different events and activities. The great thing about Southbank is that its calendar is always packed to the brim, so no matter what season you visit London, there's always something to see and do here. For instance, if you want to meet local street artists and hang out at Quirky Barks, head over to the famous graffiti tunnel at Leek Street. The entrance is free. While you're at it, drop by Barge House. This is an old warehouse that's used for pop-up exhibitions, art fairs, and many creative events. The shows are always changing, so who knows what you'll come across. Besides the artsy activities, Southbank also offers fun attractions for the whole family. like the Paddington Bear Experience, the London Eye River Cruise, the Garden Museum, Shrek's Adventure London, Sea Life London Aquarium, and London Dungeon Escape Room. Trust me, you can spend an entire day here and not feel a minute of boredom. After a long day of excursions, rest, recharge, and wake up bright and early to a full English breakfast at Eichi's. Eichi's is a good old-fashioned cafe that's been in business since 1900. So, for over a century, this family-owned eatery has been a staple in East London, serving the local community a plate full of carbs and protein to power up their day. When you get the chance to drop by this cafe, be sure to order their classic breakfast set for only £13.40. It's got Cumberland sausage, egg, 2 rashers of bacon, some mushroom, beans, tomatoes, and of course, toast or fried bread. If that's not filling enough for you, you can opt for Have a Lot for £16.40. This has got the same ingredients, plus hash browns and black pudding. Eichi Cafe and Restaurant has been awarded Grade 2 listed status by English Heritage. This means that it has reached a status of historic interest. How can you miss out on that? In third place, we have Duke's Bar. This is the spot you go to if you're in the mood for mind-blowingly strong and incredibly delicious cocktails, all while being surrounded by an opulent hotel setting. A little fun fact about this place: the late Ian Fleming used to go here when he was writing the legendary Bond books. This watering hole became the inspiration behind James Bond's famous order, the Vesper Martini, and of course the iconic line, "Shaken, not stirred." Besides him, other celebrities like Stanley Tucci frequent this establishment. Seeing that this is the go-to bar of many A-list personalities, the prices of the cocktails here are among the most expensive in the city. The average price per cocktail is around £20, and here's why. Every martini is personalized by an expert bartender and is theatrically crafted from a trolley that's wheeled straight to your table. When you order, you won't just get a drink, you get a show too. So, are you ready to have a real-life James Bond experience at Duke's Bar? At number 2, we have the Kew Gardens. Spanning 3,000 acres of green space, this pocket of nature is home to rare plants, stunning vistas, Victorian glass houses, Japanese landscapes, a Chinese pagoda, and a treetop walkway. Would you expect anything less from a Royal Botanic Garden? With so many areas to check out, let's start with the Princess of Wales Conservatory. It's one of the most biodiverse glasshouses in the world, featuring plant species from the desert to the tropics. At first, it's hard to imagine how such diverse flora can coexist with one another in one space, but the conservatory has done a masterful job in creating ecosystems through 10 computer-controlled climate zones. So, as you pass through a labyrinth of plant species, you'll discover some cavernous plants from the rainforest, then some spiky cacti and succulents in the dry tropics, and emerge into the dense zones where bright bromeliads and tropical orchids are flourishing. Next, let's head over to Kew's Kitchen Garden. What's a kitchen garden, you ask? It's essentially a place where edible plants are grown to produce healthier and more sustainable food. At present, the Kew's Garden is growing a wide variety of common fruits and veggies, like apples and carrots, pumpkins, and chili peppers. On top of that, they also grow heritage varieties and experiment with unusual crops. All these to create a more sustainable food source in the future, especially since the climate nowadays is becoming more and more unpredictable. Moving to the open grounds, you'll come across the Grass Garden, which has over 300 species of grass. Then, when you walk just a little further, you'll get the chance to see the Davies Alpine House, which is a high-altitude territory where alpine plants thrive the most. Imagine, for £20 on weekdays and £22 on weekends, you can venture into thousands of acres of nature, take pictures of interesting plants, and just admire the beauty of the lush landscapes. Before I uncover what's at the number 1 spot, here are some honorable mentions that were so close to making the cut. The British Museum is a must-visit for history buffs. This iconic structure houses everything from the Egyptian mummies to the Rosetta Stone. And best of all, entrance is free. Knightsbridge is an upscale district in central London, known for its luxury shopping, elegant architecture, and high-end restaurants. The most popular landmarks here include Harrods and Harvey Nichols department stores. So, if you're in the mood to go on a designer shopping spree, this is the neighborhood for you. Now, are you ready to see which attraction is at the very top of our list? At number 1, it's Carnaby Street. Located in Soho, Carnaby Street is the ultimate destination for anything and everything under the sun. Food trip? Check. Shopping for clothes, makeup, and homeware? Check. Unique experiences for the family? Check. Because there's a lot to see and do here, try to carve out a whole day to make the most of Carnaby Street. But if you only have a couple of hours to spare, here's what you should do. Visit the world-famous Liberty store on Great Marlborough Street to find luxury fabrics, beauty and lifestyle products, as well as homeware. Then, have a drink inside an abandoned tube station. Cahoots is a 1940s themed bar that's hidden away beneath Kingly Court. Stepping into this secret drinking spot is like time traveling to the Warring 40s. After that, take a picture by the Soho mural, which was created by the community on Broadwick Street way back in 1991 to celebrate the characters and venues that make this area so special. There's plenty more where those came from, but I'll leave it to you to discover the rest on your own. London is a vibrant and diverse city that seamlessly blends rich history with modern culture. It offers a plethora of attractions, from heritage sites to dynamic communities that you just can't miss. If you could experience one unique activity in London, like a traditional afternoon tea or a ride on the London Eye, which would you choose? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love this next one.